Like, when it comes to that scenario, I think you know it's time to go. It's time to remove yourself from the situation. Hey everyone, so I am here today to tell you guys about me quitting my job. Yeah, so basically, if you guys don't already follow me on Instagram, you can follow me here. But I've been working in retail since about 18 years old, and I recently quit my job without another job. That is this journey. Basically, I'm just gonna talk to you guys, about the great resignation, how I feel about that, why I quit my job, where I am now, and all the thoughts that were going on in my head. Because honestly, I definitely recommend it. First off, I just want to say that I have no animosity towards my previous coworkers, my previous managers, anything like that. It was more so the circumstances and where I saw myself in the years to come compared to the actual job itself. Every job comes with its own stress. So this is in no way calling out certain people or anything. I just felt overworked and overwhelmed. So it was time to exit stage left. Second off, hey to other people that I used to work with, how are y'all? Okay. I know with the great resignation, a lot of millennials, everything, they're definitely going through a transition in life. Even honestly, people older and younger than us as well, going through that transition. Is this where they should be? Why are they here? And those type of things. And that's honestly how I felt. So I guess I'll just say how it started. Basically, I was working at Victoria's Secret in Pink, and Corona hit. So I had actually just got a promotion for a supervisor September 2019, and then March 15th actually was my last day of work. So I was barely a supervisor, and come 2020, we went back to work August or September or something like that. August 15th. Went back to work August 15th, so I still have my supervisor title. It's just that I had to transfer to a different store. Being a supervisor, transferring to a different store, it's like, okay, well, what are my options? Because I didn't like the new store that I was at compared to my last store. So my old assistant manager from Victoria's Secret and Pink, she was moving on to a different company. I don't know if I can say it, don't sue me, but like I said, this is not to like bash anybody. But anyway, I was working at American Eagle. I got this jacket from there, by the way. I love this. But I was working at American Eagle, and she brought me over as her assistant manager. Like I said, I just became a supervisor the previous year. So this is my first assistant manager role. So I'm like, okay, she believes in me, I'm gonna believe in myself. We just gonna go ahead and do what it do, okay? Go ahead, I'm her assistant manager. She eventually finds another job. So I'm here by myself. I was the acting store manager for about a month, okay? She left May 15th or 17th. And then we got a new store manager like June 17th or something like that. So I was literally doing everything, y'all. As an assistant manager, I'm the merchandising manager. So floor sets, visuals, training, shipment, that type of thing. And now with me being acting store manager, I'm doing scheduling, I'm doing onboarding, I'm doing hiring, firing, I'm doing meetings, I'm literally doing everything. And it was me and one supervisor who was in school with a double major. Obviously, we were getting help from other stores, but it was just a lot at that moment. So by the time we got a store manager in, I was already like beat down to the dirt. I was tired. I was out of it. So we get a new store manager, boom, boom, bop, everything's going well. Or I thought so, because literally it's just like, when I tell you guys, I did not go to sleep because I didn't want to wake up to go to work. Like, when it comes to that scenario, I think you know it's time to go. It's time to remove yourself from the situation. If you feel me, give it a thumbs up, because legit, I did not, like, I would just be up doing nothing. And I actually wouldn't even be tired sometimes, because I would be so anxious or nervous about going to work the next day because of what other stress we had to deal with. Did someone call out? Do we have to fire somebody? Did somebody come late? Is somebody referring an associate and the interview went bad? Like, what's gonna go on next? Are they fighting at the mall? Somebody doing fraudulent returns? Like, it was just a list of something that always happened, and I'm just like, only this store? Like, are we getting targeted? But the whole mall, talking to my previous store manager, we just felt like the mall was cursed. Basically, I kept telling myself, you know, August was my last floor set. You know, floor set is when they change the whole store around, the whole display. And I have to do like mapping and everything like that. So, like, okay, August is my last floor set. I just kept telling myself, everybody who I would talk to, they knew, like, outside of my coworkers, I did not like my job. I was tired all the time. I feel like I was at work all the time. My 2 days off were not enough. I had off for my sister-in-law's wedding, and these days were allotted to me before we got to new store manager. So I'm having my days off. You know, at this point, store manager should be taking over. And I had a conversation, and it was just like, you know, your days could have been denied, but since they were given to you before I got here, I just kept it in place. You could have taken my days away, and then I would have really had to quit, because I can't miss my sister-in-law's wedding when I'm in the wedding. But this was in my head, because at this point I was already like set, like, all right, August 6th was when I was in Philly for the wedding, and my last month was going to be August. So I was like, regardless of what's going to happen, I ain't going to be here much longer anyway. And that was another thing too, like, just hearing that someone could have took away the days that I already had set for PTO for the rest of the year for a family function, and I haven't seen my family. It's definitely time for me to go. Obviously, like I said, it wasn't no animosity or anything like that. It was more so based on what the store needed and where we were at, being such a small store. Being in an area where I felt like everything was on my shoulders. Everybody was coming to me. Guys, I'm not your store manager. I'm the assistant manager. And then also having a different level of support. If I was off, people would still reach out to me. I didn't care, because I liked the community that we had built. Like, people could hit me up regardless. But for the most part, somebody hit me up like, hey, how you do this? Or hey, this happened. I'm just like, oh, okay, well, this is how you go about it. You know, I'm not just gonna be like, oh, I'm off. That's just not the type of person I was. So I really felt like I had a whole bunch of stress on my shoulders because of that. In August, you know, we were talking and everything like that. Came back from my days off. I had mapped everything, and we did floor set. And I wasn't taking the necessary precautions to leave. So I had a conversation with my brother. He was telling me how he could make so much money off of Uber, all this other stuff. I'm just like, wow, like, only imagine making 6 figures off of Uber, and I'm clocking in and clocking out hourly at a job I don't like. I visibly don't like whoever I talk to. They're like, oh, Kiana, what are you doing? At work. Oh, what are you doing tomorrow? At work. Oh, what are you doing yesterday? At work. Like, work was always my answer to everything. So, talking to my brother just about Uber and everything, I was like, okay, let me see if this is lucrative. I'm driving people around, and I'm making like $20 an hour. I was like, you know what? I think it's time for me to go. So I updated my LinkedIn, updated my resume. I think I only applied to like 1 job. I actually had a recruiter reach out to me in July, August, and September. Like, I had recruiters reaching out to me through LinkedIn and everything. So I knew I was gonna get something, but I needed something that I actually wanted. Come, you know, September, I actually have my resignation letter. I'm gonna put it right here. I had to email my resignation letter in after I spoke with the store manager. And you know, I had to CC like the district manager and stuff. My last working day was September 14th, but on the resignation letter I put it was the 15th. And floor sets are usually done like towards the end of the month. So it's the end of the month in August. Like, you know, it was rough. Like, literally, when I tell you guys, people calling out, people not coming at all, people coming late. How are you telling other people you're not gonna show to work, but not the actual manager? So at this point, you're getting fired. You're not quitting, you're getting fired. So basically, the last floor set on Sunday, it was me and 3 other people, but I was training like 2 of the people. One of the person came like an hour or 2 late, something like that. Monday, it was only me and 1 other person. Tuesday, it was me by myself. Wednesday, it was me by myself. And I said, okay, that's it, it's time for me to go. It was multiple occasions where I was by myself opening the store, and I wouldn't have someone come in until 11 o'clock. The store opens at 11 o'clock. There's no way I can continue this, especially doing floor set by myself. I went to go clock out, check my bag and everything, and I'm just talking. I'm like, you know what, you know, I'm just tired. I think this is it. Like, I don't think I can do this anymore. And store manager is like, well, you're not putting in your 2 weeks, are you? And I was like, Well, I think I am. I just need a set schedule. People don't like 9 to 5s. I prefer a 9 to 5. Give me a schedule. And you know, I'm just telling them I'm not happy at the end of the day. So I go home, get to the typing, to the proofreading, send, okay? I was actually able to get a job before my last day because I got so many people to like reach out as far as like LinkedIn and everything. So if you need tips about LinkedIn, hit me up, because when I tell you, I'm still getting recruiters hitting me up to this day from what I have previously on my LinkedIn. I know for some people, quitting your job, it can definitely seem like more stress than staying in an unhealthy environment, but honestly, driving Uber is lucrative. If you're not gonna be using your health insurance for the next 3 months, you'll be able to deliver some pizzas. You know what I mean? Like, you'll be able to find something. And that was another thing too. I'm sitting here with an associate's and a bachelor's, making less than $20 an hour. For what? And I know this can be an uncomfortable conversation with people, just quitting your jobs and you don't have a plan, and it seems so unnatural and out of the ordinary to like do this. But honestly, you don't know how good it felt to take that control away from a job I was clocking into. I was able to sit there and remove myself from a situation and not have to worry about money. Granted, like I said, I was driving Uber, I had some money saved up, I knew when my checks were coming, and I also have an additional income in my household. At the end of the day, bills was gonna get paid. I didn't have a job though. I literally was just like, peace out, y'all. And that's another thing too. I felt like I was stuck. I know some people call it like a rat race, but when it does come to retail, honestly, you just keep moving up. And I felt like I was accidentally moving up. I didn't even have to interview for some of the positions that I was in. So I was just moving up in retail by accident. And I don't want to necessarily say that it hindered me, because I did grow and I have certain skills that I was able to inherit. And having that assistant manager role, I was definitely getting views from people to be even another manager. It is okay. It will be okay. That job is not that deep. And I know for some people, the ultimate goal is not to work for somebody else, but you have to remember that you need to have a foundation in order to go where you need to be. So having that 9 to 5, you have to have a 5 to 2 or 5 to 10. You have to be doing something after work. And that's one thing that I felt like I didn't have that freedom to do. If you are watching this video, I'm telling you right now, just leave and try Uber. It's really not that bad. And literally, guys, from working in retail, I have like so many stories. That may be coming soon as well, just to tell you all the stories that I have. But as far as right now, I have a 9 to 5 and I do like it. And I don't want to bash anyone's 9 to 5. I don't want to bash anyone's job, period. If you are unhappy, I just want you to know it is okay. So yeah, guys, I just want to say thanks again for listening to my little rant. So yeah, guys, definitely make sure to hit the thumbs up button, comment, definitely subscribe and watch my previous videos. I'll see you in the next one, guys. Bye.